Am I missing something?
Did you try combining it with the only other thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, maybe ask him about this
Little
now?
guy, I need your help.
Playing the piano music of
Oh,
seriousness.
yep.
Oh, that's rare coming from you. What can I do?
What do you mean that's rare? She says that
I
all
need
the
to get to the
time.
bottom of these blue flowers.
Didn't we analyze those already?
What we know now may throw a new light on what we've looked at before.
All right, let's sort through our information again then.
Yes. Rosalia was found collapsed in the middle of these blue flowers.
That's right. We had a number of ideas about why that happened.
We thought that the killer might have moved the body before hypostasis set in. Another possibility was that Rosalia ran to the blue flowers herself.
Yes. Does any of that change with the information we've gained?
Indeed. One of those possibilities has already been ruled out.
Huh? Which one?
Don't
She
you
wasn't
see?
moved
It's
because that's where the bullet was.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I don't think she ever told him where she found the bullet.
yes.
No,
It's
she
impossible
didn't.
for the body to have been moved after death. The reason for that is
Well, now she's explaining it to him.
Yeah.
Bullet in the ground.
right. The bullet found in the ground beneath Rosalia proves she was killed right there.
Hey, wait. Try arguing against you for once.
What's the...
Never mind. It's still possible she was killed elsewhere, right? She could have been killed somewhere else, then dragged here and shot in the chest to cover it up.
No, because the shot in the chest was the wound that killed her.
That's not possible. She was
It's-
alive before she was shot in the
A
chest.
better argument would be,
The proof
how
of
do you
that
know
is-
that the bullet you found is the one that killed her?
The defensive, let's see.
Yeah, defensive wound in her hand.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, 'cause she couldn't have raised that if she
Yeah.
wasn't alive.
Rosalia held up her hand to try to protect herself from the gunshot. This pattern of wounds could only happen if the victim was conscious at the time.
You're right. Student fails to defeat the master.
Keep learning, young
What do
grasshopper.
you keep muttering to yourself?
Nothing. Anyway, if that's the case, then that means that Rosalia ran to the blue flowers of her own free will. I wonder why.
I still don't have an answer for that. It might be a good idea to examine those flowers in detail once more.
All right, guess where we're going?
Blue flowers.
No, I thought we'd go back to, CIFM without solving the case.
Give up.
Give up.
No more leads. Case went cold.
These blue flowers. I can't believe such a vibrant color exists in nature.
Oh, we got evidence.
I should send a picture of this to Little Guy and have him study it. There could be a reason for why Rosalia had collapsed here.
Now, there is a reason. But you kind of have it backwards.
Little Guy,
Oh,
I've collected
there's
some
a reason
samples
why
of the
there's blue flowers where she collapsed.
Yeah, just the order,
Yeah, I mean that was
or the cause and effect, I
Yeah.
guess.
that was along the lines of what I was saying with, well, maybe someone planted them
I want
there
to know why Rosalia
on that
collapsed
question that
there.
we got wrong by saying that.
There's no guarantee that it will help us, but there's a chance we might learn something useful.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
Good. Thanks for the help.
Yeah. Oh, what the?
What's the matter?
Oh, well, this flowers. It's asclepias.
What are you talking about? The red flowers are the asclepias. I want you to tell me about the blue flowers.
That's what I'm saying. These are asclepias.
What are you saying? Asclepias doesn't have blue
That those are
flowers.
asclepias.
Yes, there are no known breeds of blue asclepias. But from the shape and the structure, this is an asclepias blossom. This flower shouldn't exist.
What in the world is it then? Let's try sorting out the information we have. The blue flowers in the center of the field are asclepias, just like the flowers surrounding them. Then why are the blue flowers only around Rosalia?
Has something to do
The
with her
reason for
body.
this is most likely
She bled out there. They became discolored.
That's right. Those flowers must have become discolored for some reason. A probable cause of that is
Yeah.
Abnormal weather, radioactivity, genetic experiments.
I mean, genetic experiments
Indeed.
isn't too far
Rosalia
off from
was
what he
shot
was
through the
doing.
heart. Rosalia would have lost a large amount of blood from that wound.
Wait, she was shot through the heart, and you're too late?
Blood then seeped into the ground around her. This miraculous blood, containing both the divine and the demonic. The flowers around her body absorbed Rosalia's blood from the soil. That, in turn, caused the flowers to take on this unnatural blue hue. I don't want to believe it, but that's the conclusion that I have to arrive at.
And guess what we can do now?
Yes.
Where's the
These
last
allow
thing?
us to finally figure everything out. It's no coincidence that Rosalia's body was surrounded by these blue flowers. They were normal red flowers until she died. When she died, her blood soaked into the ground. The asclepias flowers absorbed her blood and changed color. Most likely what caused the color change in the flowers was
Her
We just
blood,
said
like
it.
you literally just said. Just confirming that I remember what just came out of my mouth 10 seconds ago.
Blue death
That's right.
blossoms.
the demon within Rosalia's veins lived on after her death, finding another viable host in the blue asclepias flowers.
I can't believe it. How could such a thing?
It may be unbelievable, but it is the truth. The corpse itself is a testament to that.
Huh? The corpse?
It's
Yes.
adipocere.
Remember, Rosalia's corpse had turned completely into adipocere. Adipocere normally occurs when the bacteria that break down bodies do not multiply for some reason. This normally occurs when the corpse is stored in anaerobic conditions for long periods of time. But this is hardly an anaerobic location. The reason her body became adipocere was not due to environmental or weather conditions. It was because the virus within her continued to protect her body.
But even if the blue asclepias are harboring the Rosalia virus, how does that connect to the pandemic going on right now in America?
Well, they're not
It's
dying from it.
impossible.
You're right. The Rosalia virus is only passed on via contact with the mucous membranes. Even if this entire field was filled with flowers holding the Rosalia virus, it wouldn't be able to cause the outbreak in Portland, over 3,000 kilometers away.
Not by itself.
How?
There was a vector.
A vector?
Yes, some method of transmission that
Victor.
carried the virus from these
Thinking
flowers.
of the movie Airplane, which
Yeah.
if you haven't seen, you should. It's a really funny movie.
This is how the virus
Just
spread to
anyone
cause the
watching.
infections in cities hundreds of miles away from here.
Huh? What?
Can't you tell? It's
It's the friggin' butterflies.
Death on Golden Wings. These are some pretty intense card names.
Yeah,
that's right.
I like how we just
Butterflies
spawned
that
that
let
in
us
as
carry the
conclusive
virus.
evidence, or whatever this game calls it.
Solid evidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
The monarchs are the vector for the Rosalia virus. This is how the Rosalia virus has spread.
Glad we figured that out. Wait.
I think it just said this is enough to solve the mystery, then
Dr.
plopped us
Kimishima,
back
can
in
I bother
here.
you for a moment?
Yes, what is it?
You might not need this anymore, but I reconstructed another voice file.
That's why.
I thought that he said
Another
there
one?
weren't any
I
left.
thought you'd said that you'd repaired them all.
See?
Yes, this file was actually marked as having been deleted. It still existed in
That
the
doesn't
memory
mean
hub, so I
anything
was
in
able to
computers. That
reconstruct
still might be there.
It just means that the memory was deallocated
No, just dereferenced.
or dereferenced, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
still
it-
on the
it
on the
was-
storage. It's
It's
just
free. Yeah. Well, I mean, it
it's
obviously didn't
quote
get rid of
unquote
it, but
free. Until,
it's available.
Basically, it's faster for computers to just pretend that there's nothing there than to actually either zero it out or, I guess, one it out. So until something else is stored in the
Overwrites
same
it,
spot, it's still there. There are programs to
I see.
undelete files,
When is that recording
but
from?
that work because of that.
Yeah, and obviously, if you try to do something right after something is deleted, then
It's probably still there.
it's probably still there.
From looking at the date, it's right before Albert lost his sanity.
Now, speaking of computer memory things, I should probably defragment my hard drive.
I think Windows does that on a schedule these days.
Does it?
Yeah,
Do you know if Windows 7 does that?
I think it might.
All right. Still,
it's worth
it's
looking
unusual
into.
for you to go and do
Unless
something
you have a
unnecessary
solid-state
like
drive,
this.
to anyone watching, don't defragment your solid-state drives.
Computer advice.
Yep. Computer usually won't let you, but there's a reason for that. It doesn't. There's no benefits, and it does cause unnecessary wear and tear.
Something that I needed to pass
Yeah.
on to you.
Okay, I'll try listening to it.
Please do. It'll be file record 04.
Record
should have been
2,
record
episode
08.
2.
Should have been record 08.
I'm Rosalia. I live here with my daddy. My daddy is really nice and says a lot of nice things. Daddy's a great doctor. He says he's going to save everyone from diseases. He says I've got a poison and a cure in my body, and that the poison's really scary, but the cure is really amazing. That's why he's researching how to get that medicine out of me. If that medicine is made, I wonder if it'll heal everyone. And then I can make lots of friends and play with them. Daddy's really bothered right now because the research is difficult. But I think I'll be okay if I can stay here like this. I can't see my brother or my big sis. But Daddy's always here for me. He's always laughing. It's really funny. I think Daddy will be happy if he can get the medicine out of me. The exams hurt, but if Daddy's happy, I'll be okay. So I hope that Daddy's research comes true soon, and then everyone can be healed.
A father who wanted to end all disease, and a daughter who wanted nothing but his success. This is far too sad a conclusion.
And
to
a
their
virus
stories.
that didn't care at all about any of that.
It gave 0 Fs.
And
Yep.
yet, now I can see the truth behind
Flash up one of
everything
those
that
look at
happened
all the
here.
fucks I give pictures.
The dead shall speak.
Yeah.
This. I see. I understand now. Let's put together the truth
I
of
don't.
what happened here. We came here to find an antiserum in Rosalia's blood. But what we found was that Rosalia had already been killed. I have in my hands the card stating what killed her.
It's one of those bullets, probably. Gunshot in the
Gunshot
flower
in the flower
field.
field. Yeah, it has to be. Well, the one who murdered.
Oh,
So I think it has to be that one, because it's talking about the one who murdered her. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. The bullet's rifling matches that of Albert's gun. There's no doubt that Albert Sartre was her killer. 3 shots were fired. This card shows how it began.
So it's the one that broke the glass.
Gunshot at the end. Sorry. Yeah. Snare. I guess the snare at the entrance.
I guess.
Yeah. From near the desk.
Yeah.
Correct. Albert pulled the gun from his desk and fired. He was aiming at his loving daughter, who stood at the door. However, he missed, and the bullet went through the glass. Whether this is due to hesitation or his condition is unknown. Rosalia fled the room, trying to escape. The blood on the glass shard is from her stepping on it. She ran in desperation, but this prevented her escape.
Leg shot.
That's right. Albert stood in the doorway and shot her. The bullet pierced Rosalia's leg and she collapsed. Albert caught up with the frightened girl as she lay there. And then... Yes, he ended her life. But Albert didn't kill Rosalia because he wanted to. He truly loved Rosalia as he would his own daughter. But he had no choice but to kill her. This card shows the reason why. Albert had been infected with the Rosalia virus. However, this virus does more than infect the body. It eats away at the heart and soul, as in my other cases. Because Albert knew of the virus's threat all too well, in order to exterminate it, he killed his own child.
Unfortunately,
Yet,
that is why it has
he may
spread
have
all across
caused
the
the
world.
exact opposite. The blood spilling from the gunshot wound in her chest provided the Rosalia virus with a new host. This is the true cause of the spreading infection. Yes, the blue asclepias flowers around her body drew in Rosalia's blood and became a new host for death. And so, the mass infection began. A certain organism served as a vector for the virus.
Is it the phone or the butterfly?
Monarch larvae store toxins of the plants that they ingest. The monarchs carrying the Rosalia virus migrated north, and as they went, they showered death in golden scales. This is the truth behind how the virus spread. Rosalia never. Neither did Albert. No one intended for it to end this way. One sought an end to all disease, and the other his success. But that was the beginning. The evil sealed in Rosalia gained wings and flew. That's what Rosalia's last word meant. This is the whole truth, illuminated by the light of life. You must have suffered too. Let's end this.
Naomi, come quick! We got the equipment working!
All right, I'll be right.
What equipment were they trying to get working?
Hey, Naomi? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Let's go.
The stuff to get the antiserum.
It's not nothing. Let me
Oh.
do the... You...
As I said before, we don't have much time. We still have a job to do, and we must accomplish it.
Hey, wait! Hey!
How's it coming, Agent? Did you find anything?
We've got the power back on, as you can see. The rest's a pile of records, chemicals, and equipment. You?
It's all been solved. Albert Sartre killed Rosalia.
How sad. His effort to save the world is close to killing it.
Yes. He must have realized the virus couldn't be used. That is what caused this tragedy to strike.
So, did you find a countermeasure to the virus?
Yes. The virus's vector is the monarchs. The scales they lose during migration are spreading it.
Don't tell me. The quarantine failed because...
The monarch migration pattern extends from Mexico to Lake Erie.
Well, shit.
Even if the virus isn't airborne, it will still spread.
Damn it! What should we do then?
Naomi, I gathered as much as I could.
Flowers?
That
You can
seems
still
so
get it
planning on
from the
doing?
flowers.
I'll use antibody stabilizers to extract an antiserum.
You can do that?
Yes.
Maybe.
Thankfully, this facility has the necessary equipment. I'll make the serum contain tripeptides in N-terminal order.
Those seem
all
like
right.
words.
Just tell me what to do to help you.
Of course. Let's get this over with as fast as we can.
That ended up being a little longer than I was expecting.
Yeah, it did.
Well, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Trauma Team. I've been redxparasite,
I've been Air327.
signing out.
Endoscopy, why?
Next time!
Uh...